Hi, this is Dr. Victoria Nalule, and in this video, I actually want to talk to the young people who would like to make their mark in the energy sector. So by introduction, I haven't really been so active in the energy sector. I don't have 10 years experience. I will start by that, but I've been active in advertising my work. And for some reason, I've had many people who actually started resenting me, disliking me. Most people would say, oh, she's showing off. She thinks she's the best. She thinks she has it all. But when I look back, all the people who were saying all those nasty things about me because I was advertising my work, they're now doing the same thing. They learned that at the end of the day, you can't build anyone's brand without first building your own brand. So for the young people who are trying to make their mark in the sector, all I have to say is do not listen to naysayers. Be careful with the kind of advice you are getting from people. Be careful with the kind of people you call your friends, because in most cases, those people who come disguised as friends, disguised as colleagues, disguised as relatives, those are the people who are close to you. And if they are negative, they're going to put that negativity into you. So the first thing to do when you want to make your mark in the sector, build your brand in the energy sector, is to stay away from naysayers. Stay away from fake friends, because they will give you wrong advice. They will project their fears onto you. Because I remember, I think it was last year, because I always promote my work. Because I don't see any reason why I should do work and I put it under the table, under the bed. I always promote my work. But I remember once one person called me and said, Victoria, what you're doing is not right. People will feel bad. You make people think like they're not doing enough. Then I realized this person had his own fears in life. I don't know what he had gone through, what his history is, what he had experienced, but he had his own fears from what has happened to him. And he was trying to project those fears onto me. And I'm like, that's your life. I'm really sorry with whatever happened to you, but this is my life. This is how I want it to be. I want to be influential. I want people to know my work, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? So as you're building your brand, obviously the first thing is to work hard. Work hard on your projects. Work hard on all the different initiatives you're being involved in. Network a lot. And in this networking, feel free to advertise your work. You know, there's nothing wrong with anyone advertising their work. There's nothing wrong with me doing my YouTube videos and I have to advertise to you my book. Because we wrote the book, I edited the book. So there's nothing wrong with me advertising my work. So for the young people, stay away from negative people. Stay away from people who are so, like, I would say they have no lives because they are scared of what will people say, what will the public say. People who really care about you, they will support you. They will not they will criticize you, but it will be constructive criticism. They will tell you. And those people you are worried about, oh, what will this person say if they see me advertising my work? They will think I'm showing off. They don't like you. They're not your friends. Those are your enemies disguised as friends. So you shouldn't listen to negative people. Stay away from them. Like, stay away. Don't even call them, delete their numbers. Stay away because they are poison in your mind. So as you're building your brand, your personal brand in the energy sector, remember that no one is going to do that for you. that is your responsibility, your full-time responsibility, to put your name out there, to be proud of your work. We can no longer sit back and wait for others to celebrate us. Why don't you celebrate yourself? You know, put yourself out there. Do not be timid. You know, people who care about you, they will always support you. And those who don't care about you, people who secretly hate you, you'll see those are the people who will be gossiping about you. Those are the people who will be saying all the negative things about you. Because no matter what you do, they would never appreciate your work. So it's your responsibility to promote your work, build your brand slowly but surely, and don't be afraid of people's opinion, because you're not going to feed on their opinion. It's not their responsibility to put you out there. It is your responsibility as a young profession to make you mark in the sector. And it starts by the small things you're doing. It doesn't have to be a book. It doesn't have to be a big project. It starts by the small things. Now, like me, I started when I was a PhD student and I was doing my research, fieldwork research. I started by sharing my research on social media. And then I got people who became interested, not because of what I was posting, but because they recognized my passion for the sector. And also the fact that I wasn't going to give up, because many people talked. Many people talked. And I remember actually one person told me, because I used to write articles in the national newspaper a lot. And one person actually told me, you should stop writing those articles. People will get to know everything about you, how you're thinking. And then just later to find out this same person was asking around how they can contribute articles in the national newspaper. So you see how people are. You have to be careful with whom you are listening to. When I started my YouTube videos, one person told me, oh, they're very boring. Actually, the person told me they're so boring in that their grandmother could not even listen to me. Then later I find out this same person who was telling me to leave alone the YouTube videos, the person had started their own YouTube channel with, I think, like 3 videos, boring videos also. So be careful whom you listen to. Be persistent. When you're building your brand, be aggressive, because people will discourage you. People will discourage you. And you're like, why? What exactly is the problem? You have social media. If I use my social media to promote my work and you use your social media to promote your love life, maybe share your problems with people, we are 2 different people, you know. I want to use my social media for professional things, advertise my work, advertise my initiatives. You're using your social media to share bottles of beers, wine. We're 2 different people. So maybe you're building a brand in a different area of taking wine or beers, and I'm building a brand in the area of the energy sector. So we have different initiatives, we have different aspirations. So you shouldn't be discouraged. And with a brand, even if you're not in the energy or mining sector, but you have a different passion, because I know people who are interested in criminal law, I know people who are so interested in family law, in constitution matters, in data protection. You can build your brand around that area as long as you have a passion in that area. So the key things in building your brand, first, you have to work hard so that you have actually something you're going to show off to the public. And then after you've worked hard on your projects, advertise them, share with people, share with your networks. And the other thing is getting your inner circle of people who actually support you, because not everyone is going to support you. And people pretend so well. Not everyone is going to be impressed with your initiatives. Jealousy is real, you know. Jealousy it's real, and it's a sickness. So people will feel like people will feel jealous, and then they will feel offended by your actions, and yet your actions have nothing to do with them. But then they have their own fears, they have their own problems in life. So they want to project all the fears and problems onto you. Do not let that be you. Do not allow people to project their fears onto you. Do not allow people to project their problems into your own career or your own brand. Be fearless, build a brand. They will talk, they will abuse you, but at the end of the day, no one is going to do that for you. No one ever even promotes my work to say, oh, Victoria is here. This is Victoria. She's interested in this. I'll do it myself, and maybe people will notice later. But it starts with you. It has to start with you. It has to start with me, Victoria, and be like, this is what I want to do, and I'll go for it. But do not wait for people to do that for you. So that's it about building your brand. You have to work hard, advertise your work, and let go of naysayers. Let go of naysayers. Let go of negative people and focus. So the key thing is to focus, work hard, and advertise your work. So that's it about building your brand in the energy sector. I also just started. It's still a journey for me, so I'm not yet there. I look at the likes of Dr. Karanakla. I admire her a lot. I admire the first person I really admire in the sector is my former supervisor, Professor Peter Cameron. His name is a brand in the sector, so he inspires me a lot, and he has supervised me for a very long time, from 2013 when I was doing my master's to 2018 when I finished the PhD, and even right now, because he's my boss at the Extractive Hub. So you can see I've been lucky to work under his supervision for a very long time. But besides Professor Peter Cameron, I admire Dr. Karanakla. I admire Professor Damilola Olawonye. I admire NJ Ayuk, and also another person who really has a huge brand in the energy sector, Raphael Heffron. He has done a lot. He has written a lot of articles. So his name is also one of the names that would definitely come out in the energy sector. So as you're building your brand, look at people who have done it and be motivated. Because now when I'm posting, when I'm doing my work, I'm not going to look at negative people. I'm going to look at the likes of Karanakla. Actually, I have a book here. I'll look at the likes of Karanakla and see what has she done. I want to be like that, So stay away from negativity, my dear. You want to have a huge brand in that sector, look at people who have been successful, who have worked hard, who advertise their work. Those are the people you should be learning from, not these timid, negative people who are going to discourage you. So that's it. Bye-bye.